Today marks 1481st day share lessons I learn and continue to learn with you. My hope these insights will inspire you, support dreams, help achieve your goals, really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I want to share one thing that I learned. It's a very, very interesting thing. I never heard about the monkey trap. And what this trap is all about is that there's a box, some kind of mold, where there's a small entry, and the monkey puts her hand on in that, and there's a treat that of course that monkey is looking for. So they grab the treat, but with that treat in hand is not able to pull it out of the hand. So you need to release that treat to be able to pull your hand out. And the monkey is not releasing the treat, and he's stuck in that box. And I think that is a very interesting metaphor that a lot of times we really pursuing some kind of cheat, pursuing some kind of dream, and we grab it. And because we work so hard with it, because we want that treat, we potentially can box ourselves. And we're not able to really get anything out of it. We're not able to pull it off because there is some box around us that doesn't allow us to get what potentially we want. So today we'll share seven things that you potentially could learn from this, maybe even life-changing lessons from the monkey trap. So number one, letting go is a skill, not a weakness. I think that sometimes the hardest thing is that when you really get something good in life, really pursue something good, and you finally get something good, but that good potentially is taking away great things from our life. So what we need to do is just really being able to let it go. And letting go is superpower. I think that it's very easy to attach to things. It's very easy to grab something and hold into it, even though that it hurts. Because potentially we can grab something and say this is maybe what I want, but if it's this is what you want, but all your life gets more difficult because of it, maybe it's time to let it go. It might be a lot of things. It might be that you always wanted to be in a relationship with someone, and now finally you get someone in your life, and you hold on to it. But maybe all other parts of life is devastated. Maybe your finances, as I said, maybe your health, your mental health, emotional health, um, and everything around you is worse because of those relationships. So holding on to is not helping. It could be a business that is taking away everything, draining you. It could be a job. It could be so many things, but that you actually have what you want, but sometimes you need to let it go to allow something else to come into your life even better. And that's why letting go is a superpower, because we have a tendency to hold on good things, even though that good things doesn't allow us to bring the great things in our lives. Number two is the tighter your grip, the more stuck you become. The tighter your grip, the more stuck you become, because we can become more anxious, more reactive, more trapped we get. So I think that sometimes I think that's one of the beautiful things saying is that when your hands are full, you're not able to really take anything in. So being able to really let it go, and there is so much room in our hands at that moment. So the tighter your grip is, I think that sometimes you even want to let it go even less. But I think that if you're able to let it go, and the same thing comes back again, sometimes a lot of times things you just maybe think exactly what's for you, because sometimes when we hold on very strongly because you feel that it's slipping from it, maybe it was never meant for you as the first place. So the tighter your grip is, sometimes the more stuck you become because you hold it even stronger. Sometimes maybe you don't want to hold on to. Maybe you want to let it go and being able to really say this is mine. So even when I release my hand and then I keep it open, I'm still able to really have it. And that's the most appealing. If you release, would you have it to run away immediately? That's a great question to have. Number three, his desire can be a cage if it becomes attachment. And that's the beautiful thing. So when you think about, probably the best example is it's relationships and having significant other. When you come in as a whole person and you have a relations as a bonus, I think you need to learn to say that wow, that I'm better because of it. It's a bonus. But if you start to see that you seek approval, you seek validation in the relationship, that becomes your need in that relationship rather than improving yourself. I think that's could be something that's really start to take away from your life. It becomes a cage for you because you're seeking that approval, validation, something from externally seeking that. Because We need to learn to really seek validation, approval, acceptance from ourselves. When we have that, we don't care that external validation. All the things is bonus. So if we really seek that as as a must, I think that sometimes we can become cagey because we attach to it. Like, exactly the same like money, because it says that the love of money is bad. But if you say that I want the best relations in my life, I want experiences that, and you seek money as a resource to achieve those, that's all different things. Number four, most traps in life are physiological, not physical. It's crazy. And it means that sometimes we have beliefs that we have, and then we outgrown them. We understand more perspectives we outgrown, narratives that we supposed to outgrown, and if sometimes we holding on those beliefs, even though we're supposed to understand like that this belief is not serving anymore. Those fears doesn't serve anymore. We don't challenge those fears. We don't challenge those narratives that we keep repeating for a long time. Comfort zones that's suffocating us. And I think that is mainly thing that sometimes in you like, what kind of box myself do I put myself in? What I'm holding on to? Because it might be that those traps are really in my head rather than is actually in externally. Those external traps that I'm not able to move out, not because my circumstances, but because of my internal challenges, my internal things that I'm holding on to, and being able to let those go. I think that is again one of the main topics. I think that every single person needs to challenge them in is that what kind of beliefs, thoughts, perspectives do I still keep holding on for years, and which ones need to change? Because sometimes it's very hard because we believe something for so long, we really start to believe it's true. You start to believe it's a fact, even though this is just opinion, subjective opinion that we're able to change any time that you learn more about yourselves. Number five, upgrade requires empty hands. And I already mentioned, I think that it's very, very important to understand that when we have closed hands, and it's like always closed mindset, open mindset, and that means that when you have closed mind, I think that's what it is. You're not able to really, you become very rigid. You're not very mobile. But when you just have open eyes, open mind, I said that I pull everything out of my cup, allow everything, the things that I agree, the things that I don't agree, I will be open to question, to understand, to look through. I think when you have that mindset that you are willing to question you, not other person, because we have a tendency to question other person. If they come in with a perspective, we will question their perspective first before we question ourselves. And I think that sometimes is even better being able to, okay, when someone's coming with ideas, we say that their ideas are true. If their ideas true and my ideas might be wrong, so why my ideas might be wrong? When you question our ideas first, and then we are open, I think we're able to learn so much more, because if our life is not where we would love to be, that means something in our ideas, something in our thinking is not working. And that's why when we question our own thinking first, we're able to find something that we're able to improve. Other, if we question other person, because most likely we're able to find faults in anything. There's no 100 to 0%. Most time it's like 80%. And we say that, oh, 20% is wrong, so most like everything is wrong. No, like most time it's just a little bit. So upgrades requires empty hands. Number six is clarity comes after release, not before. And this is a beautiful thing. So like sometimes when we have something that we want and we don't want to let it go. And so what happens if I let it go? That means I will not have this prize. I will not have this food. I will not have this relationship. I will not have something that I really wanted. But when you let it go and you move to other direction, you might find that there is so much more things that you really want and need, and the things that really doesn't put you in a box, doesn't put you in the wrong space. It doesn't put you in a drainage environment. And the thing that sometimes we say that, okay, I don't want to let this one go, even though sometimes that letting go that one go gives you 5, 10, 100-fold more things that you really need. But letting that even at one go, that means that you will not have nothing. It'll be in a limbo where there's nothing in your head, nothing that you have. But I think that limbo is better than having one thing that really puts in a box. And sometimes that's why we stay in uncomfortable positions, because that uncertainty, that lack of clarity, it's creating so much fear. But I think that being able to release and say like, I better will be in the darkness than being in this position. I think that we need to learn that. And that's not an easy task to do, not an easy task to develop. But I think that's again one of the key aspects of success, because that wanting, that holding on to something puts in a box that we're not able to really improve and get better. And last one, number 7, is releasing is uncomfortable but liberating. That means that when you finally release, when you start to move to the direction, you start to realize that you have more purpose, more meaning, more hope, because that moment before release is very difficult. But when you release, you understand, oh yeah, like this box was so difficult when the monkey was carrying a whole box with him all the time, or even holding that's the thing that he wants, the prize, that fruit. And when we holding on something, our life becomes difficult. And when we release that, when we pull ourselves out of that, we might feel so liberating. There's so much peace, so much good feeling comes into our lives, and being able to do that, that allows it, that liberation allows us to really now have enough freedom, enough energy, enough mind space to really pursue bigger things, better things, faster things. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So I hope that you reflect on it. That today I learned that, and of course I still need to reflect on it, because I think it's a beautiful thing, the monkey trap, and how the mind really works, and how it's holding on to, and how to be able to let go, just to make sure that we're able to really get to the better things. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.